it is our common experience that when magnet is suspended in a horizontal plane, that magnet remains in north-south direction. This is north, this is south. Magnet remains in a north-south direction because of the magnetic force exerted by the earth. Due to earth's magnetic field, force acts on this magnet and that magnet remains in north-south direction. Scientist William Gilbert in 1600 explained about this, why this magnet remains in a north-south direction, which force is acting on that magnet, and because of that force, that magnet remains steady in a horizontal plane in north-south direction. That is, he explained about this, William Gilbert explained that this inside the earth is nothing but a huge magnet. This is earth, and in this at the center of the earth, inside the earth, there is a huge magnet or a very large magnet. The north pole of that magnet is pointed towards geographic south, and south pole of that magnet is near geographic north. And that's why when a magnet is suspended in a horizontal plane, it remains in a north-south direction. The end of the magnet which point towards north is known as a north pole, and the end of the magnet which point towards south is known as south pole. Now this force acts on the magnet, and due to which the magnet remains in north-south direction in horizontal plane. Now this is NGSG. NGSG is nothing but geographic meridian, and this line which is perpendicular to geographic meridian is nothing but a geographic equator. Now this is geographic axis. This is geographic axis. Geographic axis means the straight line passing through the earth, about which the earth spins, is known as geographic axis. And geographic meridian means at any place the vertical plane passing through the earth in a plane perpendicular, the vertical plane passing through the earth at a given place, it is a vertical plane passing through the earth through geographic north and south, that is known as a geographic meridian. And these are nothing but magnetic lines of force around the earth. Now this is south pole of the magnet inside the earth. This is the north pole of the magnet inside the earth. The magnetic lines of force around the earth which are directed from N pole to S pole, and inside the magnet, these magnetic lines of force passes from S pole to N pole. Now we have to see the definition of geographic equator. Geographic equator is nothing but a great circle. This is a great circle on the surface of earth. This is a great circle on the earth whose in the plane perpendicular to geographic meridian. That is a great circle on the surface of earth in a plane perpendicular to geographic meridian is known as a geographic equator. Similarly, we have to see magnetic axis, the straight line passing through the magnetic poles north and south of the magnet is nothing but magnetic axis. Now magnetic meridian at any place, a vertical plane passing through, the vertical plane passing through the magnetic north and south pole of the earth is known as magnetic meridian. Now magnetic equator, a great circle on surface of earth in a plane perpendicular to the magnetic meridian is known as magnetic equator. These are some concepts of magnetic field around the earth. Now this is nothing but a geographic meridian, this is nothing but a magnetic meridian, and this is nothing but a geographic axis, this is nothing but a magnetic axis, and this is nothing but a magnetic equator, and this is nothing but a geographic equator. Now we have to see further, we have to see the angle of deep and magnetic field declination. Now magnetic field declination is nothing but this magnetic axis and this geographic axis will not coincide. There is some angle between this magnetic axis and geographic axis. Therefore, and this angle is nothing but magnetic field declination. This angle, and this angle is about 11.5 degree. This angle between this magnetic axis and geographic axis, or magnetic meridian and geographic meridian, is about 11.5 degree, and this angle is known as magnetic field declination. Now we have to see about the magnetic field inclination or angle of dip. Magnetic field inclination or angle of dip. Now if the magnetic compass is suspended, if the magnetic compass is pivoted by means of an axis passing through its center, in an axis passing through its center in a vertical plane, so that magnetic needle rotates in a vertical plane, then that magnetic needle remains steady by making some angle with horizontal, and that angle is known as angle of dip. Now suppose this is magnetic needle, this is a horizontal, this magnetic needle is suspended about or pivoted about a horizontal axis passing through its center, and it so that it can rotate in a vertical plane. There is a scale marked. On this scale, this needle remains steady by making some angle theta, by making some angle delta with horizontal, and this delta is known as angle of dip or angle of inclination. Now this angle of dip or angle of inclination we have to determine by formula for angle of dip or angle of inclination can be determined as, now suppose this is horizontal plane, horizontal component of Earth's magnetic induction, and this is a resultant magnetic induction, and this angle is a delta. Now this is a horizontal component. Now this figure can further This is a vertical component BV. This is a horizontal component BH. Therefore, this is also BV and this is also BH. Horizontal component of Earth's magnetic field. This is a vertical component of Earth's magnetic field. This is angle of dip or angle of inclination delta. That means magnetic needle remains steady like this. This magnetic needle remains steady by making some angle theta with horizontal, and this theta is nothing but, this delta is nothing but angle of dip or angle of inclination. We have to find out the expression for angle of dip or angle of inclination. Now from this triangle, what is cos delta? Cos delta is equal to BH upon B. This is the resultant magnetic induction BA. Therefore, cos delta is equal to BH by B, and sin delta is equal to BV by B. Therefore, sin delta by cos delta is equal to BV by B divided by BH by B. That is equal to tan delta. Therefore, tan delta is equal to BV by B into B by BH. BB get cancel. Therefore, tan delta is equal to BV by B. This is the formula for determination of angle of dip. That is, the delta is equal to tan inverse of BV by BH. This is the formula for determination of angle of dip delta. Now further, we can determine the value of B, that is from this equation, that is BH is equal to B cos delta. Similarly, BV is equal to B sin delta. From these two equations, BH is equal to B cos delta and BV is equal to B sin delta. Now squaring on both the sides, squaring these equations, BH square is equal to B square cos square delta. BV square is equal to B square sin square delta. Therefore, BV square plus BH square is equal to B square sin square delta plus B square cos square delta. Now B square is common. B square into sin square delta plus cos square delta. Here sin square delta plus cos square delta is equal to 1, that is equal to B square. Therefore, BV square plus BH square is equal to BV square plus BH square is equal to B square. Therefore, resultant magnetic induction at any place can be determined by B is equal to under root of BH square plus BV square, or BV square plus BH square. By this equation, we can determine the magnetic induction at any point on Earth's surface. And it can be determined if BH and BV are known, that is horizontal component of Earth's magnetic induction and vertical component of Earth's magnetic induction at any place on surface of Earth is known, then we can determine the Earth's resultant magnetic induction at any place. Similarly, from this equation, we can determine the angle of dip or angle of inclination at any point on surface of Earth. This angle of dip or angle of inclination is different at different places on Earth's surface.